We have played to a draw for 36 minutes and 10 seconds. What's going to win it in the final 350?
Well, I think free throws are going to play a big part in this game. If you look at the stats, both teams with 21 field goals, both teams with 9 made three-pointers. Pepperdine 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Ball State 9 of 16. So leaving a lot of points at the charity stripe. That's going to be key down the stretch. Franco Harris.
I'd take him.
Franco House. One of your better free throw shooters for Ball State. Chance to improve things in that column.
Both of these teams have played tight games down the stretch. Ball State eking out wins with Valparaiso and IUPUI. Each of those teams had the last shot in those games. Ball State still victorious. Pepperdine has played close late as well. Won at the buzzer against Long Beach State last time out and lost leads in the last minute or so against both Fresno State and Murray State. And the Cardinals are now 1 of 2 on a couple of trips, but an board.
Boy, and that just is demoralizing. And an unforced turnover as Ryan Weber stepped on the side out of bounds. So a huge break there for Pepperdine, but to give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw. Now if you're Pepperdine, boy, you've got to run things through Stacey Davis. He's been so good at passing out of the double teams, finding the open guy, even if he doesn't score.
16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists today for Stacey Davis. Battling House, right side of the lane. Little floater, it's a swish for Lamond Murray.
It's a lost art, Joel, the mid-range game, and Murray does it better than most.
As we talked about off the top, those are the shots that Ball State is content to give up. Kiapwe missing.
I tell you, that was a terrific cross-court pass by Niall Smith. Kiapwe was open in the corner.
Ball State 50% from 3 against the 5th best defensive team from 3. Davis lost it in traffic with numbers. Ryan Weber. And rebounded by Blue. It's Davis again. And now gives Stacey Davis a double-double.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 possessions in a row. You can't fault the look, and you can't fault Niall Smith finding three-point shooters.
The foul on Niall Smith. That is his 3rd. Pretty good set there by Raines.
Yeah, we talked about bigs not shooting free throws well. Raines just a 54% shooter.
Misses the front end of a 1-and-1. That's the 7th Ball State foul.
I tell you, Raines does so many things defensively. I think you've got to try to go to Franco House.
Another 3. In and out for Weber.
Great box out by Raines.
You cannot fault the looks. This is not great three-point defense from Pepperdine. It's just the bucket being stubborn.
That's right. I mean, look, Weber shoots 50% out there. Those are good looks and shots that he can make.
Davis working on House.
Great defense by Franco House there.
3 to shoot. A deep 3 for Olden. And a big bucket for Pepperdine. 4 points is the Pepperdine lead with 1:45 to go. And Sean Olden has 17 for the Waves. He came in averaging 6.2.
What a huge shot. That's a career high for Olden after Franco House did such a phenomenal job bodying up and denying Davis. Leave it to Olden. We said he doesn't lack confidence, and that was a huge basket for Pepperdine.
17 points for Olden. He also did it against Iowa last year, November 24th. His high for this year was 8 points. He had done that twice. So a career afternoon for Sean Olden. Still trying to get his legs under him, really, too. He missed the first 3 games with an ankle injury. And he has given Pepperdine a 4-point lead.
Well, let's see what Coach James Whitford drew up at that timeout. Just one timeout left for Pepperdine, 2 for Ball State.
They go inside to Calhoun. Blocked by Davis. Huge stand by the big man on the inside.
I tell you, Davis coming up big at both ends. Calhoun got away with a travel there, but
Pepperdine can make this a 3-possession game with just over a minute to go. And will milk the clock. Ball State will probably get it back with about a minute to go. Major. Fouled and one. Big shot for Jeremy Major. And Pepperdine is up 6, chance for 7.
I tell you, Major's done a terrific job. 9 points now to go with 5 assists, and that's a junior point guard just taking it. And I tell you, Joel, he is so quick, and to finish inside with contact, quite a luxury Marty Wilson has with a point guard with that kind of experience at the end of game situations.
The foul was on Calhoun, his second, and now a 7-point game. Plenty of time.
You don't need a 3 here.
Kiapwe, short. Just his 4th 2-point attempt of the season, and now the run out. And a travel. That almost happened too fast for Pepperdine.
Well, and again, we talk about time and score. Marty Wilson looking at Sean Olden saying, hey, we don't need that. We've got the lead in the ball. All you have to do at that point is milk the clock, get fouled, and salt this away at the free throw stripe. Cardinals like to do dribble handoffs here in a situation where you need 3s. Also pick and pop.
There's Weber. A little bit short. And the Cardinals, who had hit so many big 3s early on in the second half, have gone cold from deep. And Niall Smith will put Pepperdine at the line. And now the Waves can salt it away. Pun was not at all intended there, but it just kind of happened.
And that was good execution. That last 3 by Weber was a nice look, just unable to knock it in.
And Major does hit. That was a 1-and-1. This will likely end Ball State's 6-game winning streak. It was their best 9-game start at 7-2 since 99-2000. That team started 10-1. It was the last Ball State team to the NCAA tournament. Now a 9-point lead for Pepperdine. This was one of the toughest games on Ball State's non-conference schedule. And Smith at least gets to the rack, and Whitford calls a Ball State timeout. So it's not over, but Pepperdine right here, all it has to do is make its free throws.
Well, that's exactly right. This would be a good road win for Pepperdine. There you see Niall Smith doing a good job. Raines contesting, but a quick 2 in that situation is fine. Now you're going to have to go full court, man-to-man, try to come up with a turnover, a 5-second call, or a steal. And if not, you got to foul immediately. You know, Major's only a 60% free throw shooter, but he knocked those last 2 down pretty confidently.
Pepperdine, when it's done here, will go home and host Louisiana. Then it goes into conference play. It's got Gonzaga first, then at Portland, and then Loyola Marymount at home. So really right into the thick of things, but this is a really good Pepperdine team that I wouldn't be shocked if it is, quite frankly, in the running for that first game, and if it doesn't win those next 3 afterward.
Well, they will pick to finish 3rd in that league, and it is a really good league.
They missed on the steal, and Major is going to run right to the hoop and hit. So Pepperdine now by 9, and the Cardinals, they got to put something up. House the 3, and Pepperdine has picked up a big road win. Well, Ball State turning things around will fall to 7-3, but Pepperdine is a team that's been turning it around for a few years, has really built under Marty Wilson, and comes on the road for a big victory. Pepperdine is 6-4. As you mentioned, a team picked 3rd, won 18 games a year ago. Big road win for Pepperdine. Nothing to hang your head about. It's a good loss for Ball State if there is such a thing.
Well, it's a really good team, and you got to credit Pepperdine, particularly guys coming off the bench. Sean Alden, a career-high 18, came up big in a day where Lamont Murray, their leading scorer, wasn't on his game.
So Pepperdine picks up the victory. Gave up a couple of big leads, but Ball State comes up short in the end. The Waves go to 6-4. Ball State goes to 7-2. Or rather 7-3. For my partner David Iha, our producer is Eric Parrott, and the rest of our ESPN3 crew. My name is Joel Godet. To watch a replay of this and other games, you can go to ESPN3.com or download the ESPN Watch ESPN app. 72-63, Pepperdine wins. It's our final from Muncie. Have a good evening.